1-year-old Curtis Means was born so early that he was small enough to fit in his doctor's hand.
They always say babies that young don't normally survive. To have them that early, it was a big scare.
It was pretty much a 0% chance of surviving at that age. You can say we're not going to do any support for this baby because the books say this baby won't survive. But if you lay a baby on the bed, warm them up some, and they show you their heart rate is going to be steady, that changes everything.
Born at 21 weeks and a day, Curtis holds the world record for earliest surviving premature infant.
Curtis was more stable than Ciaja.
His smaller twin lived less than 24 hours.
Ciaja, her heart kept on stopping. It was points of times where she wasn't breathing for 19 minutes. God came to me and told me, if you give me Ciaja, I give you Curtis. Right after she passed, I held her for a few hours.
The stark difference between their outcomes is one example of the many uncertainties surrounding babies born at the edge of life. The point at which a fetus is considered viable became central to abortion law when the Supreme Court ruled on Roe v. Wade in 1973. Its decision barred states from prohibiting the procedure before the fetus could survive outside the body.
The viability line is certainly important in the United States with respect to abortion rights, but the reality is that most abortions occur in the first trimester, and late-term abortions make up less than 1% of abortions.
Viability is mentioned 36 times in the first draft of a leaked majority opinion in a Mississippi case set to be decided by the Supreme Court in June.
Can we connect the CO2 monitor? Okay.
What more and more doctors consider the lower limit of viability has shifted in the last half-century, from around 28 weeks to around 22 weeks. But even babies who survive their hospital stays leave with ongoing complications, raising ethical questions.
Extremely preterm babies can have issues with neurological development. They can have issues with breathing. As Curtis needs his nasal cannula, they can have trouble with their eye development.
I had to make sure his oxygen level wouldn't drop. I had to keep him on a little monitor. He stayed on his oxygen, and I hook it up to a machine that sits in my hallway, and he stay on it basically 24/7.
It's been fun to see how Curtis has progressed over time. The episodes that he would have where his mom would call and tell us that he was having a hard time breathing or coughing or wheezing, those episodes are much less frequent.
He's determined to do what he want to do, so I'm right behind him. I let Curtis be Curtis.
And whenever they celebrate Curtis, they celebrate Ciaja too.
I mention her name just about every day for him, to let him know that you was a twin and your twin is your angel.
Butler keeps her ashes in a small urn, a reminder of a life that came and went too soon. Angie Wang, Associated Press.